Boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Dope Show. I'm your idiot leader, Dope, and this is the Dope Show on my YouTube channel. We got a lot of stuff to go over today, and first I guess we'll go over announcements. Let's see, October, Sunday, the 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be on Metarock's channel. He is doing Halloween-themed show where he's invited some of the best Halloween people that love to collect horror comics, and we're going to have a showdown, a horror comic showdown, and it's going to be a game show where he has themes, and we have to show the cover that matches the theme the best, and I don't know how exactly that works, but be there October 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, and watch the show on Metarock's channel. Also, last night when we watched Halloween, what hot dumpster juice that was. The new Halloween sucks. Didn't like it. One side, you got to go to watch Halloween because you vote with your dollar, and I want horror shows to keep coming to the theaters, and this was a great horror movie. I love it every year at Halloween to get to go watch a Halloween movie. This is a great title, great franchise, but the movie totally sucked. Didn't like the movie at all, but I was happy to be there. It's the best time of the year, but the movie is complete garbage. And best read of the week. Where is my Headless boy? Oh, there's Headless boy. And what is the read of the week? Night of the Ghoul. Night of the Ghoul, written by Scott Snyder. This is probably the best thing I read all year. I'm a week behind reading this because I got so much stuff to read. I heard all the commotion. Everybody's talking about how great this book was. I had to go get it. I had to read it. I had to find out for myself. This is the best thing I've read in a long time. It's very depth. It's got a lot of depth to the story. A lot of dialogue. It kind of reminds me of a 7-layer lasagna. Lots of good stuff in this book. Story on top of story, because right now I'm wanting to know what's going to happen to the son in the basement, what's going on with the son and mom, and what are they hiding from the dad, what's going on with the dad upstairs, is he going to die at the nursing home? Lots of stuff going on in this book. Love this book. Scott Snyder, that's a wrestler. Scott Snyder has written a classic book right here. Love it. Can't wait for the next issue. This is a must. Go get Night of the Ghoul. Everybody knows what they're talking about. Everybody told me it's good, and it does not disappoint, people. Night of the Ghoul, the best thing I read this week. But there's also another good book I read this week. Where you at, Headless boy? Ooh. This, Approach by Boom. This is not a 7-layer lasagna. It don't have a lot of depth to this story. Still a real good story. Still entertaining. Really liked it. This is like a New York style pizza with just cheese. 1 layer to the flavor. Really straightforward story. Really good first issue. Really loved this book. But you know what? We had a trashy-ass book this week, too. Where you at, Headless boy? Bring me the trashy book of the week. Oh, the trashy book of the week. This right here is pure garbage. I hate this book with a passion. I wouldn't piss on this book if it was on fire. Tim Seeley wrote this crap. And I don't know what he's thinking. Tim Seeley is a great artist, but he needs to stick with, doing art because his writing skills suck. Matter of fact, if you're watching this, Tim Seeley, I will pay for you to take 1 free writing lesson with Scott Snyder that wrote this book. This is like the Mona Lisa. This is like a fucking, stickman art. This is trash. Hot dumpster juice. And I love Image. Image does lots of great books. I love Silver Coin. I love Geiger. I love the new Junkyard Joe. I love Two Moons. But this is trash, Image. Y'all need some kind of quality control. Y'all let crap like this get out too much and it hurts y'all's image. Image, get it? But anyway, this hurts your image. This is crap. I always read a bunch of books, and a lot of books I read don't make it into my PC. I give away at least 2 or 3 short boxes a year. I take them down to my used bookstore, and I set them outside, and I write free on them. And anybody that wants them can have them. But this, I'm not even going to put into the free section because I would hate for some kid to pick this up and it'd be their first horror book they ever read, and they never read horror again based on this piece of trash. This ain't even stories. If I called this good stories, it'd be crazy. If I called it bad stories, it'd be a compliment, because it's not stories. There's no stories in here. It's like just like 2 or 3 pages of like shit. It's like stuff it didn't make as a regular book, I guess, a regular hack and slash. He just took out little snippets of shit. And it's trash. It reminds me of like whenever you listen to like say a rarity album or some kind of, when a band comes out with a rarity album of stuff that didn't make the album. It's just like trash. And they probably didn't want anybody to hear it, but then it's like a cash grab. And they're like, hey, I'm going to come out with a rarity album full of B-side songs. That's what this is. But it ain't even stories. It's just trash. The first story is 4 pages long, and it ain't even a story. It has no point even being in here. The second story is called Slice of Life. And it is literally 8 pages of this guy washing blood off this girl's body. And they squirt each other with soap. And that is it. Stupid shit. Tim Seeley, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for even putting out this kind of crap. This is trash, but why would I expect you to be able to write a good horror book when all you write is G.I. Joe versus Transformers? Alrighty, enough of that crap. What else is on the agenda today? We hit over 300 subscribers. That's 200 more than I thought we would get. Hell, we're at like, 13,000 views too. I never thought that would happen. I never thought we'd get over 100 subscribers. I don't know who'd want to watch this channel, but I'm glad you do. I'm glad to know there's more people out there like me. But I'm surprised we got 300 subscribers. But we hit over 300 subscribers. Next, I got one question for today. It's from Cody Cannibal, 24/7 on IG. He says tacos or nachos. Ain't that shit the same thing? If I take a taco and just crush it up, don't it become nachos? I mean, it's all just chips, cheese, and meat. It's how do you want to eat it? I mean, what's the difference between a soft shell taco and a damn burrito? It's just the way it's folded, right? I love tacos and I love nachos, but it's the same shit. Mexican's my favorite food. And I love everything, but it's all just chips, meat, and cheese. I don't know any difference in it. What's the difference between a nacho and a taco and a burrito and a soft shell taco? And I don't know. It's all the same stuff. Love it all. I'll eat any Mexican food there is. That's the way it is. So let's get to some little highlights for today. I got some things I picked up, and then we got unboxing. So first, let's look at some of the stuff. Here is a Russ Heath cover. This is Sea Devils #1. Very beautiful cover. One of my favorite covers all time. I've had a few copies of this. This dude here in his underwear is walking on bottom of the ocean with his pet octopus, and it's a beautiful cover. Sea Devils are in trouble. Love this Russ Heath cover. Great book to pick up. Look for these Sea Devil covers. And I noticed Sea Devils. A lot of people have been showing Sea Devils lately. Here's another cover I really like. Sea Devils on the beach. This big beast coming out of the water. He's got multiple arms. He's picking up a whale like it's nothing. Awesome cover. Another Sea Devils. This is number 29. This dude's getting a spike in the mouth. Looks like a giant seahorse. I think this is the first one. It's not a Russ Heath. Oh, here's a gorilla with a bell underwater. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Gorilla ringing a bell underwater. I don't know what's going on there, but I think the gorilla wins. And the last one I got is this Birdman underwater. Beautiful cover. Sea Devils are always fighting shit that's over their, capabilities. I don't see how they could possibly beat that up. But that is Sea Devils number 35. 35, baby! And the last thing, we got an unboxing from my comic shop. Do-do-do-do-do. My comic shop. Do-ba-do-ba-do-do. My comic shop. And right for Halloween, I've got a book I've been wanting for a while. Finally saved up enough money. This is one of my top 10 favorite horror books of all time. To be honest with you, I haven't bought many horror books this year that cracked my top 10. So I think I've got two horror books I bought this year that cracked my top 10 in horror category. And this one is beautiful. It's got a lot of history to it. It's a 3.5 crime and suspense stories number 17. And this is a really great book with a lot of history. Some people might know the story of this book, but if you look at this book, ultra violent. A lot of people, when they first look at it, they see this arm, and they say this dude's getting shot in the face while his girlfriend watches in the background, and there's his brains been blown out. Poor guy, right? But if you look at it close in the mirror, you'll see that he is not being shot in the face, but he is committing suicide. So that is his arm, and he is tired of her spending all his money, and she wrecked the Lambo, and he is closing foreclosure on his Italy apartment, and as you can see back here, he is shooting himself in the head with his brains blown out. And this book here would have been sitting right aside your Mickey Mouses and your Superman back in the day. So any kid could have picked this up for a whopping 10 cents in July of '53. So enjoy this book. It's ultra violent. I said on my last video that crime is a lot more violent and a lot more reason why we have the comic book authority code thing now than horror ever was. Because of stuff like this. This is a beautiful 3.5 blue label. It's got Frazetta artwork on the inside. So I thought that's crazy. So you got some Frazetta artwork on the inside of this book. Just a beautiful book. So anyway, that is a beautiful book. I'm happy to own it. This book is Hot Dumpster Juice. Watch out! And today we're under 13 minutes. I am really excited about the show coming out on the 27th. Check me out on Medrock Show. Like the like button. It ain't the 27th. It's 23rd at 7 o'clock. It's Sunday night. So check me out on Metarock's channel. Sunday, October 23rd, when we have our horror fiasco. I think he's calling it a horror horde or something like that. But we're going to be competing in a lot of events. And until the next time, leave me some comments down below. Ask me some questions. I might share them on here. Share, like, comment down below. Whatever you got to do, just do it. Happy to be over 300. Happy to be under 14 minutes. And until the next time, I will see you again beneath the blackened sky.